Hello and welcome to Never Onside. Today we are discussing the game of transfers. The transfer window is closing in 2 weeks, and a lot of teams need some help coming in from the outside. And number one in that list is Manchester United, and we'll be covering them first. And joining me is Mayur Chopadekar, and we will be doing a lot of videos on this channel, Never Onside, about United and about Premier League and all the top five leagues, and the things which are trending in the league and the transfers and the tactical aspects of the game as well. And today, what was trending was the Cristiano Ronaldo tweet. And there are a lot of links, and there are a lot of YouTube videos about Ronaldo exiting United, and Erik Ten Hag is ready to let go of the best player in the world, the best player in the world. This is a breaking news that Ronaldo is absolutely distressed and angry with the media. So he came out and tweeted that they know the truth when they interview in a couple of weeks. The media is telling lies. I have a notebook, and in the last few months of the 100 news I made, only five were right. Imagine how it is. Stick with the tip. So basically, I think this was this from the official Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, so
Um,
basically
uh,
his friend, who is a journalist as well,
yeah.
he wrote a full paragraph saying how things are being thrown on Cristiano. He wants to leave, he's not serious about United, blah blah, and all that stuff, and which said it doesn't, like, at the end of the day it hampers the player mentally and everything. To which he replied this, there have been like a lot of fake news and everything. This was on Instagram, this is his official account, through which, and he said, in the next 2 weeks, that is after the transfer window close, he'll come out with some truth bomb, maybe some news for United fans or other team fans if he is transferred to some other team. So that is
So
something to
no
keep an eye.
day is a dull day for United fans. Everything and everything collapsing right in front of your eyes, and Cristiano Ronaldo coming up with this clearly states that he is not happy with what is happening in the Premier League and in the dressing room in United, and also with the media as well. And Elon Musk, our savior, is here, and he's saying that he's going to buy United. And it took Twitter by storm, and people were absolutely excited. But this guy, he comes up with these kinds of tweets, and
Yes.
he's known to manipulate the crypto and the stock market as well. And did you know that a shark bought 30,000 shares of United 2 days before, and they have taken a long position on it, and they are hoping that this the stock price would increase in the next month. So it's no surprise to me when I heard this, because in the crypto and in the stock market this has happened before. And Elon Musk, after the tweet, after 3 hours, he said, like, no, this is a running joke on Twitter. And this guy never fails
Fails
to
to
amaze
disappoint.
you with.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So he
so,
came out.
uh, yeah, yeah. So there are a lot of people who are interested in buying United actually. A lot of consortiums and even big businessmen coming out and saying that they want to buy United. So hopefully that happens, and at least we can that side of the blame can be completely eradicated, and then we can focus on what is happening with the players. Like, one
From a
thing would be
sporting perspective.
one less thing for us to worry about. So hopefully that happens. Yeah. So moving forward, this is the players which are linked to United. And Mayur, can you take us through these players?
So today is Wednesday, to timestamp it, and we saw like 5 to 6 players being linked to United in the span of 5 to 7 hours. Every hour there was a new player linked to United, with major English outlets and even Fabrizio coming and putting in some names. So Sommer, he also was linked, and probably if he comes in, I would see him being the first keeper. So again, a good keeper on, like, on paper,
Yeah.
it's a good option.
Yeah.
Now the
Sensible
next
option.
sensible option, yes, to say. Now the
Yeah.
next option, player who was linked is Casemiro. About, like, United are ready to pay about 80 million, which was the Frankie de Jong money. And as we know, as of now, Frankie de Jong is unlikely to go to United. The deal is almost off. So that money would be used for Casemiro. Casemiro has been a very good defensive midfielder for Madrid, winning all those major trophies and everything. And the reports from Spain are a bit different. They say Madrid are taking it as a joke. They won't be serious until there is some money put on the table. But if we take a look back, Madrid are quite known for their selling of players when they're out of their prime, maybe like a Ronaldo
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that. When they get a lot of
You
money for
wouldn't be
that player,
surprised
they're not
now if something like this happens because
happens.
Real Madrid has shown this in the past that at the moment when you least expect them to, transfer out players, they do that. Yeah, so Casemiro again is a talented player, but I'm not sure if he would come. I think it's very unlikely, but it's a field day for the tabloids and for all the reporters and
Media
people
houses.
who are media houses. And Sky Sports is having a field day with a lot of videos about Ronaldo, about all the players linked. And so another interesting thing is Thomas Munier was also being
Linked to
linked, and
to
finally a right back.
add to it, we saw some links with Dest as well yesterday, so we can clearly see the right back area, which we talked about on our podcast. You
Yeah.
can check it, where host mentioned the right back spot was a spot of worry for United. And we can see the links are there. Maybe Dest isn't the best option, considering the height of their back four: Malasia, Lisandro, and Dest, all short-heighted people. So
Yeah.
not the best option. So Munir again is someone thrown into the mixer. So let's see if anything develops or it's just a rumor. Dortmund fans would be happy. I assume if Munir goes, they won't be very
Yeah.
sad about it. And we have seen
Yeah.
Aaron Win Bisaka would be on the market as well. So let's see how things move.
Yeah.
So
And
moving
this
on to the
won't be the
next.
last
Yes.
three names, and because we have another, the Captain America Pulisic also being linked, and I'm sure there will be more names linked in the coming few weeks. And this is another transfer which is, I am not sure about this because we don't. It's not like we have, underperforming players right now. Like we have enough and more of underperforming players right now. We don't need another underperforming player to come in and add to the tally because this makes more sense for only the player, I guess, than United because Pulisic is not getting any game time, and I think he started 13 of the last 38 games in last season. 38 games he started 13. This would make sense for the player in the sense that because the World Cup is around the corner and he would want to play for a start for a team like United rather than being on the bench, and especially because Sterling and other players are also being scouted by Chelsea right now. So that clearly means that that spot is there for the taking for someone else, and Pushil doesn't rate Pulisic that high. So that is the reason why this would make sense more for the player and for Chelsea. I don't think they would sell to United, especially on a loan deal. I doubt if they would do that. Because they would want to, sell off the player and take the cash instead of sending him on loan, and that would mean that one more year is lost from his contract and they'll have to panic sell him eventually later on. So I don't think it would fall through, but it makes sense for Pulisic, and some of the reports saying that Eric Ten Hag would like Pulisic's energy, especially for pressing up high. But this is again something which is reported by the Athletic UK. Yeah, so another player is Aubameyang. I don't know, like how people, United finds these kind of players, because already with Ateta, Aubameyang had a fallout, and these kind of players, just adds to the mystery. Now we can't even handle Ronaldo, and now you need more big shots to come in and spoil the atmosphere at the dressing room. So this is another transfer which I hope doesn't come through. I think
Also
by
looks,
Barca
yes,
wants to sell
yes.
Pogba.
Sell. Barca are looking at the value of 25 million. They want for Aubameyang, and it looks like even if they get the money, it would be from Chelsea. And the player also mentioned he wants to go to Chelsea rather than United. So I see that happening more than the United move. So again, just United are in the race. Maybe something they can tell their fans that at least they are looking for some kind of a striker or something
Mm.
backup. So let's move on to the actual you could say the
Competitors.
actual competition for United. While United are not the best in the market this season, but the teams around them who could give them a tough fight have been recruiting very well. So we have known like Skamaka for West Ham. Now this is their sixth signing if I'm not wrong, and they were also pushing for Emerson. So they have added to their squad very well. They have scouted, they have gone and got their players. And as we know, Moyes last 2 seasons we have seen what he can do. He can bring that team up, and eventually it, I feel West Ham can give a tough competition for United for the six spots like they did last season. So again, seeing West Ham strengthen all their uh, positions while United still struggle is something United fans should worry about. So yes, so the
Yeah.
second team is Brighton. So host, you can tell about Brighton.
So Brighton has signed Pervis from La Liga.
Estupinian.
He's from,
Yes.
yeah, from Villarreal, and Brighton is already a good side. And adding these players would, increase the depth of that Graham
Side.
Potter side, and they are a well-oiled team
Machine.
who have already shown what they can do against sides like United, especially, who don't have a coherent team or a coherent system happening for them, and you can't take them lightly, because Graham Potter has taken them up a notch every single season, and this time as well, they have done that. They have gone. They have signed a striker as well this season,
Yes.
and yeah, and a lot of the players do look rejuvenated as well. So that is something we should keep an eye on. Yeah,
And the third team, which was Crystal Palace. Again, Crystal Palace has been very good in their first two games. We saw against Arsenal they played very well, and this weekend as well they were very good. To the they generally play like Zaha is the outlet. To add to that, they are getting Sar, who is in another outlet on the other wing. So we can definitely see what they're trying to do here. The quality of Eze and Olisi behind them, and two outlets, two runners who can stretch defenses in form of Zaha and Ismail Sar. Both have been, Sar has been very good for Watford last season. So we
yeah.
can see how good
He's
they
a
are.
quality player, right? Yeah. So we think that these three teams are in the bracket where we would put United right now, unless anything drastical happens in the transfer window and United goes in for at least 3, 4 players who can improve the squad, and the right positions. We would say we don't necessarily have to go after every player, but in the right positions we need reinforcement, and if it doesn't happen, then these three teams would end up, giving us a tough fight at the end till the end of the season. And yeah, this is something which we will keep an eye on. And West Ham hasn't started off very well yet, but once that is a theme with Moyes teams. They go on a run. They usually go on runs once they are gelled, and once they have the confidence. They might not start the season off well, but they will end the season well, and give a tough fight to teams in the top 6. Yeah.
So just to round it up, so last point is we could see Bernardo Silva, who was supposed to leave City, and there was a constant transfer rumor going on. He is supposed to go to Barcelona, but looks like it has come to an end, and looks like Silva will stay, and he will likely even extend his contract. So that is something good news for City. Silva has been a very important part of that City midfield, and him staying is the best part. And then Fulham are exploring an option. Old Premier League legend who played for Chelsea, Arsenal, was very good during his days, and Fulham hopefully looking to get that quality in their team to help them stay up this season. So, what are your thoughts on this, host?
So both of these news are comparatively big because Bernardo Silva is a crazy good player, and I would rate him very high, along with De Bruyne, because he is a talisman and he can run the show for you in midfield. And Pep even played him as a false nine last year. So he is a very influential player, and Pep even came out and said he wants Bernardo to stay. And there has been a lot of interest from other clubs as well. Paris also wanted are exploring an opportunity to sign him. So it's good news for City if he stays, and but if he decides to leave at the end, because I saw him staying back and applauding the City fans. He gave away his shirt, and I thought that was a farewell message. So I have not bought into this yet. Let him sign it, and then we'll have a confirmation, because PSG rumors were also there. And this for Fulham, they do need some quality in the top half, and Willian is a great talent. I'm sure none of the Chelsea fans I know would rate him, but and even the Arsenal fans towards the end understood why the Chelsea fans don't rate him high. So, but for a team like Fulham, he is tremendous upgrade, and he could, propel them, further up in the table, and it helped them escape relegation, hopefully.
Yes. Yes. So that's it. That was our transfer roundup for this week. Hopefully you liked it. We do regular podcast, weekly podcast. You can check all our podcast link in the description. We are also planning to do a live watch along for the United versus Liverpool game, which is on 23rd of August, 12:30 a.m. IST. So if you are interested, do join us on our YouTube channel. And if you like our transfer roundup, do let us know how it was in comment section. And if you want to cover any other topic, drop that as well. See you next time around. Bye, hosts.
See you guys. Bye.